there. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. And this is going to be the last upload for today. So I am so glad that you are here with me. And yeah, we're going to kind of just get right on into this story. Now, this, of course, is not a one that I'm happy to have to, share about, but I definitely think it's so important to, really talk about the things that happen and go on and, some of the things that go on and happen that are not so cool. And yeah, there's just so much coming out in regards to this situation. It has been since the passing of this beautiful singer, Miss Angie Stone, legendary singer, Miss Angie Stone. Now, as we all know, Angie Stone had actually passed away. I think we're at a couple of weeks ago now, in a horrific, tragic car accident. And there was a lot to be said about the situation, a lot of feelings associated with that. That's added to the immense sadness of the situation that has occurred. This is someone who has been part of the fabric of our lives musically for so many years. She has so many accolades, and she was such a talent and such a light when it came to her music. And she just really, really was one of those individuals that was, kind of felt like coming home again type of music. And I personally have always enjoyed her music since I was introduced to her. And at the fact that I was introduced to her at a time where she had been in the music business for so many years prior already. So yeah, she really was definitely a staple in the music business under the neo soul brand as well. I think she was doing rapping at some point as well, and getting into the R&B field as well. So she was just really just a beloved, legendary singer. And so with that, there was definitely some videos that were circulating around on social media because she had been doing interviews and doing lives and such, and talking about her experience and things that she was dealing with, in particularly with her money and not receiving all the royalties that she should have, and that she felt that she should have received. And unfortunately, now with her passing, the question then remains if the family will be able to continue on with that fight to get what they feel is just due for them. Now, apparently there had been some kind of conversation or interview that took place with Angie where she had shared about cutting ties with CLive Davis, which we all know CLive Davis. So no real need of introduction for him. But it was interesting to see that this was circulating, and I was, definitely wanted to see more about that. And so I thought I would share it here as well, get your thoughts, see what you're thinking about that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. But actually, before we do, just also making note in regards to this situation in this fight, and as I shared about whether her family will continue on the fight for what they perceive was due to Angie. If you got a chance to see, which I believe was like a televised, or at least on social media, situation for her funeral and the services there. And it was a star-studded affair, as I would expect it to be. Tyler Perry definitely made a viral moment in his total disdain and disgust for the fact that, he did not appreciate the way that she was treated. There is definitely some controversy even in that, considering, his ongoing situation with actress Monique. And there was also something that came out beyond that, but we won't get into that aspect because there's always so much to, that spins off of anything, right? But just staying in focus of the situation that happened and occurred through Angie's words and through her eyes, and seeing that definitely is gives a perspective to a lot of what we have been coming to see in so many different aspects from a lot of these artists and the things that they've had to deal with over the years. Things have really been, blown off as far as the lid is concerned. And so here's just yet another unfortunate situation in which someone of such great talent also felt through whatever, how she came to be and to bout of not receiving the just dues and rewards and royalties rather, and monies that she was owed. So let's go ahead and get into this sharing. Now, this is actually coming from the world around Jay and beyond. And I believe that might be somewhat of like maybe a blogging article. So we'll get into a little bit further in that. It's, I believe, an Alabama-based site as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So according to this sharing, it says that years before her death, legendary singer Angie Stone spoke about cutting ties with CLive Davis. Now, disclosure that they wanted to share, so I'll definitely will read that. They says that the state of Alabama-based writer, which that's who the person is, that's this article, wants us to know that this article is a work from cited sources for informational purposes and is used with permission, and no affiliate links are included. Now, the music world was left devastated by the tragic passing of legendary singer Angie Stone on March 1st, 2025, following a fatal car accident in Alabama. As family and friends and fans mourn her loss, memories of Stone's groundbreaking contributions to neo soul and her powerful voice echo through the industry she helped shape. In a revealing March 2023 interview, Stone had opened up about the personal struggles she'd faced throughout her career, including the struggles that led to her departure from Clive Davis's label, Jive Records. Now known for her soulful style, Stone was a key figure in the rise of neo soul, yet she encountered numerous obstacles, many of which stemmed from the industry politics and body image biases. One of the most painful moments for her was learning she had been excluded from an appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show due to her weight, which she spoke about candidly in the interview. She shares that I was rubbed the wrong way when I found out I didn't make the Oprah Show because of my weight. Stone had revealed, reflecting on how the industry had often prioritized appearance over talent. Now, Stone also shared her involvement in securing a deal for fellow artist D'Angelo with Clive Davis, revealing how her effort to help him led to a shift in her own career. Despite her success in advancing D'Angelo's career, she began to suspect that the deal ultimately hurt her own chances for advancement. I believe his manager at the time, not knowing it, had come through me basically and made a deal. I'm thinking they made a deal that he, D'Angelo, will come, but she has to leave, she explained. Shortly after, her album budget was drastically cut, putting her dream project, Diary of a Soul Sister, at risk. The situation escalated when she was told she would need to rename her album because Alicia Keys had a project called Diary of Alicia Keys. Feeling unsupported, Stone reached out to Clive Davis for her release, sensing that her future with the label was in jeopardy. At that point, my chest sunk in and I wrote Clive and I asked for release because I felt like, okay, this ain't how it's supposed to be, she recalled. Despite the adversity, Stone never lost sight of her legacy, proudly reflecting on her influence in shaping artists like Erykah Badu and D'Angelo, and even revealing that she personally braided D'Angelo's hair for his iconic Brown Sugar album cover. Though she faced numerous challenges in her career, Stone had remained resilient, concluding, guess what? I'm still flying high. She continued to be a pillar of strength and inspiration, using her voice to break down barriers in the music industry. Following her tragic passing, Davis sent a message to be shared at her funeral saying, Angie Stone was one of a kind. Her neo-soul artistry was special. She wrote for herself as well as for others and always uniquely had a musical and audio sound. He also mentioned her certified gold album, Black Diamond, and noted that she truly was one of a kind. Stone's influence on the music world remains profound, and her contributions will continue to resonate with generations of listeners. And I would agree about that for sure. She is going to be one of those iconic voices and songstress that you will just never forget, really. She is synonymous with great music, soul music, soulfully felt music, and just really of and around and above and beyond her time. And she is going to sorely be missed by so many that really truly appreciated and loved her artistry and found such comfort in her artistry. It's often wonderful when artists do what they do that actually influences us in such a positive manner, gets us through hard times, allows us to reflect on things, allows us to see ourselves in the artistry in which they are sharing with us. It is a gift from God, and it is so beautiful when those use that for that tool. And I do recall her having such a pivotal influence in a lot of individuals' careers, and one, of course, being D'Angelo, who did his art-stopping song "How Does It Feel" and "Brown Sugar" from 1995, and of course, we all probably have seen that video over and over again, and the cover attached to it as well. And yeah, he was quite the musical star. I don't think that he's doing so well right now in most recent times, and I do find it to be unfortunate. The music business is a very ugly place, unfortunately, and it doesn't seem to really getting itself into a place of where that's going to change anytime soon. I do hope that it does. There's so much being revealed right now, so much being shared right now, but there has always been things revealed over the years. It's just now really more in our face, especially with social media. and individuals taking a lot of time to research things and get information out there. And so hopefully that a change to the music business is on its way in a more positive, reflective way, for allowing a safer space for individuals with the immense talents that they have to bring that to the world in a productive and a way that is of good and does not of harm to them. So there may be lots of conversation that can go back and forth between labels and artists and who said what and this and that, but there's always a truth of the situation, not necessarily one or the other. There is what really took place. And it's just unfortunate that we're having to again see a situation in which yet another artist had to deal with that type of feeling, whether they felt included, whether they felt that they were compensated appropriately. There seems to definitely be a lot of issues surrounding those things. And I guess at some point we may seem to get more to the bottom of those things. I do wonder if Tyler Perry's conversation and statements that he made in regards to how he felt that she was treated, I wonder if those are going to send shockwaves further than just hearing that it took place, and if that's going to be things that will really take place in a positive way. Again, like I shared earlier, and like many of you probably already know, this did spark up the conversation yet again with Monique and that ongoing situation going there, which I don't know why that can't be resolved, whether it's apology that's needed or whatever the case may be. I really don't know or recall anymore. It's just been such an ongoing long time thing, and at the end of the day, tomorrow's not promised to you. And if somebody has been wronged in some kind of way, which Monique most certainly feels that she has, why can't two grown adults get together and have a conversation? Some may say, well, it's because they feel Monique is doing this, or some may say it's because Tyler Perry is doing that. And I say, regardless of those things, can we not get past those things for those two individuals and come to some kind of way that does not recall or require rather them to continually have to be at odds with one another, because I don't understand why. Yeah, so hopefully that will begin to get some resolve, but I don't know, it's not coming anytime soon. It just isn't. And I'd love to know your thoughts on that respectfully. So definitely leave down below in the comment section. I do know, like I said, that there was a lot of sharings that were occurring, lives that were being shown, as well as past interviews and all of those things in regards to Angie Stone, even prior to her passing, that something started to kind of resurrect and be provided visually for us to see and to take in. And so, it's very understandable for people to feel a certain kind of way attached to the already devastating news of the fact that she's no longer here, which for me personally is still hard to wrap my mind around, because it just doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, I know we all do leave this earth at one point in time, and it's always, at some point, matters how we leave this earth. And I often say, as tomorrow's never promised to us, it is important, and it definitely matters how and who you were, how you were, what you were while you were here on earth, because it does matter in this existence. So yeah, I definitely want to know your thoughts. Again, it's just a really unfortunate situation, yet another example of an unfortunate situation that at some point things need to be rectified in a real way for this stuff to stop happening, because it just doesn't make any sense for these things to be issues going on. In regards to who thinks who is right, there has got to be a better way of handling these things, to where there is fairness given to the artist, as well as fairness given to those who are helping those artists do whatever they do to get their music out to us. But it's really coming out to seeing that it's not happening that way, as we all know. For a lot of people, I have yet to see anyone say that they've had a great experience in the music business, and I don't know if we ever will see that. But it's just a shame. It's a lot of things that have happened over the couple of years that is shared and shown really its complete opening of really how devastating it can be. So with that, definitely would like to know your thoughts again. So please go ahead and leave us respectfully down below. And for sure, if you are new here, I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. I would so love to have you. I would so appreciate you being here. I thank you all so much for your continued viewing and listening support. I'm trying to put those two words together. And so I definitely do appreciate it so much. Also, too, want to make a point that I do also leave posts every now and again as well. It used to be the community tab. Now it's a post area. So, definitely check check that area out too, because I definitely want to be communicating with you guys through the posts as well. So hopefully if you have your all notification bells on, you will not only just receive all of the videos that I do upload. If you're interested, you also will get to see those posts as well too. Definitely, conversate with me out there as well too. Definitely want to continue building on the community here that we have. I'm so grateful for the community that we have here. I enjoy being in community with you guys. I enjoy, having the conversations back and forth in those comment sections, and just, getting your take on things, your feelings on things, and just kind of going back and forth on that in such a respectful way. And I so appreciate that, you guys doing that here. So thank you again. Definitely make sure you keep those bells on so that way you don't miss an episode. And yeah, I think that will about do it for this video, and that will do it for the video uploads for today. So I do plan on being back here probably in a couple of days, so definitely, catch up if you haven't gotten a chance to catch up on the last 2 videos that I've done. Definitely take a look at this one, of course, all the way through, hopefully. And yeah, I've got other videos too out there too if you haven't had an opportunity to take a look, to see what's going on. I've got a lot of information else out there about Wendy Williams. One of the newest things that has come to about over the last day or so is that Wendy Williams apparently had a new hearing. And in that hearing, she has now been granted the ability to stay in a condo. Go figure. And I say it like, again, as I said it in the last 3 videos that I did of hers, in this kind of the stages of what was going on. I do see her getting out of this guardianship or whatever it is. I do see that happening at some point, probably sooner rather than later. So we'll just keep our thoughts for Wendy in the positive, and yeah, hopefully what is due to happen will happen as it should, and definitely looking forward to seeing that. So that's kind of the mostly update on that, and obviously didn't do a video on that, but I definitely wanted to pop that in here. So if you are taking a look at those videos, you've got that bit of an update as well. So yes, with that, I'm bid you adieu. Take care and be blessed. Bye.